Famous and inspirational quotes by Steve Jobs. You have to be burning with an idea, or a problem, or a wrong that you want to right. If you're not passionate enough from the start, you'll never stick it out. Be a yardstick of quality. Some people aren't used to an environment where excellence is expected. Ultimately, it comes down to taste. It comes down to trying to expose yourself to the best things that humans have done, and then try to bring those things into what you're doing. Don't be trapped by dogma, which is living with the results of other people's thinking. Things don't have to change the world to be important. Simple can be harder than complex. You have to work hard to get your thinking clean to make it simple, but it's worth it in the end, because once you get there, you can move mountains. Creativity is just connecting things. Sometimes when you innovate, you make mistakes. It is best to admit them quickly and get on with improving your other innovations. I always advise people, don't wait. Do something when you're young, when you have nothing to lose, and keep that in mind. Remembering that I'll be dead soon is the most important tool I've ever encountered to help me make the big choices in life. I don't care about being right. I care about success and doing the right thing. You can build your own things that other people can use. And once you learn that, you'll never be the same again. For you to sleep well at night, the aesthetic, the quality has to be carried all the way through. You can't connect the dots looking forward. You can only connect them looking backwards. So you have to trust that the dots will somehow connect in your future. I think all of us need to be on guard against arrogance, which knocks at the door whenever you're successful. Have the courage to follow your heart and intuition. They somehow already know what you truly want to become. Everything else is secondary. I'm as proud of many of the things we haven't done as the things we have done. Innovation is saying no to 1,000 things. Being the richest man in the cemetery doesn't matter to me. Going to bed at night saying we've done something wonderful, that's what matters to me. Quality is more important than quantity. One home run is much better than 2 doubles. Remembering that you are going to die is the best way I know to avoid the trap of thinking you have something to lose. You are already naked. There is no reason not to follow your heart. I'm convinced that about half of what separates the successful entrepreneurs from the non-successful ones is pure perseverance. People think focus means saying yes to the thing you've got to focus on. It means saying no to the 100 other good ideas that there are. You have to pick carefully. You can't just ask customers what they want and then try to give that to them. By the time you get it built, they'll want something new. Your time is limited, so don't waste it living someone else's life. The doers are the major thinkers. The people that really create the things that change this industry are both the thinker and doer in one person. Don't let the noise of others' opinions drown out your own inner voice. Let's go invent tomorrow rather than worrying about what happened yesterday. We're here to put a dent in the universe. Otherwise, why else even be here? The minute that you understand that you can poke life and actually something will pop out the other side, that you can change it, you can mold it, your work is going to fill a large part of your life. And the only way to be truly satisfied is to do what you believe is great work. And the only way to do great work is to love what you do. If you haven't found it yet, keep looking. Don't settle. As with all matters of the heart, you'll know when you find it. I'm as proud of many of the things we haven't done as the things we have done. Innovation is saying no to 1,000 things. Technology is nothing. What's important is that you have a faith in people, that they're basically good and smart. And if you give them tools, they'll do wonderful things with them. That's been one of my mantras: focus and simplicity. Simple can be harder than complex. You have to work hard to get your thinking clean to make it simple. Get closer than ever to your customers. So close that you tell them what they need well before they realize it themselves. My favorite things in life don't cost any money. It's really clear that the most precious resource we all have is time. Innovation distinguishes between a leader and a follower. Once you discover one simple fact, and that is everything around you that you call life was made up by people that were no smarter than you. Sometimes life is going to hit you in the head with a brick. Don't lose faith. You have to trust in something, your gut, destiny, life, karma, whatever. This approach has never let me down, and it has made all the difference in my life. People judge you on your performance, so focus on the outcome. My model for business is the Beatles. They were four guys that kept each other's negative tendencies in check. They balanced each other, and the total was greater than the sum of the parts. We don't get a chance to do that many things, and everyone should be really excellent, because this is our life. Life is brief, and then you die, and we've all chosen to do this with our lives. So, it better be damn good. It better be worth it. Details matter. It's worth waiting to get it right. I do not adopt softness towards others because I want to make them better. The really great person will keep on going and find the key, underlying principle of the problem, and come up with a beautiful, elegant solution that works. If you don't love it, you're going to fail. The most precious thing that we all have with us is time. Don't get hung up on who owns the idea. Pick the best one and let's go. The people that have really made the contributions have been the thinkers and the doers. The only thing you have in your life is time. If you invest that time in yourself to have great experiences that are going to enrich you, then you can't possibly lose. Everyone here has the sense that right now is one of those moments when we are influencing the future. I think the things you most regret in life are things you didn't do. What you really regret was never asking that girl to dance. If you're gonna make connections which are innovative, you have to not have the same bag of experiences as everyone else does. I think death is the most wonderful invention of life. It purges the system of these old models that are obsolete to turn really interesting ideas and fledgling technologies into a company that can continue to innovate for years. It requires a lot of disciplines. The people who are crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones who do. I think money is a wonderful thing because it enables you to do things. It enables you to invest in ideas that don't have a short-term payback. It's really hard to design products by focus groups. A lot of times, people don't know what they want until you show it to them. Almost everything, all external expectations, all pride, all fear of embarrassment or failure, these things just fall away in the face of death, leaving only what is truly important. No one wants to die. Even people who want to go to heaven don't want to die to get there. You get your wind back, remember the finish line, and keep going. Most people never pick up the phone and call. Most people never ask. And that's what separates sometimes the people that do things from the people that just dream about them. If you act like you can do something, then it will work. You gotta act, and you've gotta be willing to fail. You gotta be ready to crash and burn. With people on the phone, with starting a company, with whatever. If you're afraid of failing, you won't get very far. I believe life is an intelligent thing, that things aren't random. I think different religions are different doors to the same house. Sometimes I think the house exists, and sometimes I don't. It's the great mystery. The most powerful person in business is the storyteller. The storyteller sets the vision, values, and agenda of an entire generation that is to come. Please like, comment, and share. Thank you.